Today is Veterans Day. Have you ever heard of Veterans Day? This is a holiday that we celebrate every year on November 11th. So we are going to talk about what a veteran is and what this day means. So a veteran is any person who has served in the military. And we're going to talk about the different parts of the military because there are five branches of the military. Maybe you even have a family member who served in the military. So we use this day to honor those men and women who have been so brave to fight for our country. So, what does it mean to have courage or to be brave? I bet there are plenty of times that you have been brave. So to have courage or to be brave, it's just a mindset that enables a person to face difficulty, danger, or pain without fear. So that's a very technical definition. But really, to be brave or to have courage is to do something even if you're scared. So, for example, going to the doctor to get a shot, that can be really scary. But if you do it, that is super brave. Another example is maybe you're at the pool and you decide to jump into the deep end. What? That is super scary. But that is a really brave thing to do. To be brave means that we're facing our fears, even if they're scary. That's okay. So we have some community helpers that need to be brave in order to do their job. There are firefighters. They have to be really brave, right? They go into burning buildings. Whoa. Police officers have to be really brave. EMTs, those are the people who drive the ambulances and help people who are really hurt. And so they are very brave. And the people we're really focusing on today are soldiers. Those are people who fight for our country. But let's look at our next page. What does it mean to be patriotic? And hopefully we can see our whole screen. I just realized that. What does it mean to be patriotic? So that means that we have a lot of love for our country, for America. So we are patriotic when we recite the Pledge of Allegiance. We normally do that at the beginning of the school day when we're in school. We are patriotic when we celebrate the 4th of July. Can you think of other ways that we're patriotic? Let's look at our next page. There we go. So we have our soldiers. Soldiers have different characteristics. And characteristics are things that we can describe a person on the inside, right? So they're what makes us up as a person. We're not thinking, oh, that person has brown hair and green eyes, or that person's super tall or super short, right? We want to talk about the things that a person is on the inside. So we know that soldiers protect us. They are very brave. They have to do some really hard and really scary things, so they are very brave. They are strong. It's a little hard to see our word at the bottom. There we go. So they are very strong. They are trustworthy. They fight for our country, and they are helpful. Those are really great characteristics. So many Americans are brave, courageous, and patriotic, and they serve in our military. So our military has 5 branches. We have the Army, the Marines, the Navy, the Air Force, and the Coast Guard. Do you know anyone in any of these branches? And we're going to talk a little bit about what each branch does. So the Army is the largest group of armed forces. So that's what the group that has the most people in it. And they're best known for fighting on the ground. They also include aviators, which means that they go into the air. They fly helicopters or planes. So they do air defense and they do a lot of medical support. So kind of like doctors. We also have the Marines. Marines carry out missions on land, sea, and in the air. So they cover all of the bases, right? They are used for quick responses to emergencies at home and around the world. So they're some of the first people there. Their slogan is first to fight. So they're very, very ready. Our next group is the Navy. The Navy is known for doing things on the sea or at the sea. So they have sailors that serve on submarines, which go way underneath the water. Can you imagine being on a submarine? I would be kind of scary, or I would be kind of scared. I think that's very brave of them. They go on aircraft carriers, which are planes, cruisers, destroyers. These are just different kinds of boats. And their divers go deep underwater to help repair the ships. Very cool. We also have the Air Force. So the Air Force carries out operations in the air. So a lot of the time they fly the planes and the helicopters and different things. Sometimes they're called fighter jets. So they do spy missions, air support, and air combat. And this is what some of their planes look like. And then our fifth branch in the military is the Coast Guard. So the Coast Guard protects America's 300 ports, coastlines, and waterways. So basically what that means is our Coast Guard protects our oceans, right? So our Navy does more of the fighting and our Coast Guard does more of the protecting. They wait at our ports, which are like places that boats can stop. And they wait at our coastlines because we have a lot of water surrounding the United States, right? We have our oceans, the Atlantic and the Pacific. So they mostly work with national security. So that's with the whole entire world, not just the United States. They also do search and rescue operations on the sea. So if somebody goes missing, they are the ones who go looking for them. Isn't that cool? So we celebrate Veterans Day, and you know what? It is on a different slide now that I think about it. We celebrate Veterans Day to honor the men and women who are brave, courageous, and patriotic. So these are all people who've made sacrifices, and they've done some really hard and scary things. So that's why we want to celebrate them today and really honor what they've done and what they are still doing. So today on Seesaw, to celebrate them, we are going to do a different fun activities. So head to Seesaw and you can check out what we are doing today.